Hey guys, Nikki here. So I wanted to get on here and do a little update. Today is day 4 of being off my thyroid meds and have a few observations and things I wanted to share just to get out because I'm feeling them, and I guess I'm kind of using this as somewhat of a journal. And again, I hope some of you out there will reap the benefit of some of the things that I'm going through, and to help in your journeys or to learn something new. Yes, so it's actually been going really well. Something that came up yesterday. So every Friday, my fiance and I, we usually have a cheat meal. And the last weekend, we went out with my parents, had a glorious meal, probably ate a little bit too much. And these meals are affecting my progress more and more and more. And so the week before that, I decided to just have extra clean food. And that's what I decided to do yesterday. So I had, fattier beef than I usually do. I had an extra egg for breakfast, a little bit more dried fruit, regular fruits. Hey, Larry. And I wanted to just feel good the whole day, because whenever I eat junk food, I take a massive hit as far as how I feel digestively, and even the next day. It's really wild. I explained before how I've been reacting off to alcohol the next day. It's really impairing my ability to work, even if it's one drink. And even as I'm drinking, my response to it is not fun. It's very frustrating because I really do love to have a nice drink, a cocktail, whatever. In general, it always has made me feel good. But I'm noticing as I get older, the effect of that has been very negative. And I'm noticing the same things if I have too much for a cheat meal. And so yesterday, right now I'm probably taking in around 2,200 calories. And yesterday, my macros are a little bit off, and I probably took in an extra 300 or 400 calories. So not bad. Like I said, all clean foods, pretty much everything that's already on my plan, just a little bit more of certain things. But it was interesting. So as far as energy levels are concerned, they've come down a little bit, but they've been stable, which has been great. I haven't been getting that massive crash that I get in the afternoon when, like I mentioned before, I would have that cappuccino. I'm still having the cappuccino because I enjoy it so much. It's like the favorite part of my day to sit down, have a little bit of dried fruit with my cappuccino after my meal. So it's very much a feel-good thing for me. It's like a self-care thing, if you will. And yesterday, I don't know if it was physiologically or psychologically related. And that's the nuances that I'm going to have to try to figure out as my body starts metabolizing the med and getting it completely out of my system. I noticed that I was a lot hungrier last night. I had actually finished my meal, and I'm like, man, I'm still hungry. And from what I remember of being on and off Cytomel, the thyroid medication I was on, I distinctly remember when I would start it, I would usually have some appetite suppression. I'm really not sure if that's a side effect of this drug. That's one thing I've noticed. So again, when I change things, there's so many things up in your mind that I won't say play tricks on you, because again, you're making a substantial change, but you're wondering if what you're feeling is actually true, or it's in your head, or you're anticipating that something's going to happen, so it happens. And so I'm really trying to work through all of those factors to say, okay, what is my body needing right now? How is it changing? How am I detoxing from this medication? And, I'm trying to figure out all the things, at the same time. I usually keep a paper food log. I love pen and paper for journaling and food logging. And so I'm trying to write some notes on all the things I'm feeling, my digestion, water intake, energy levels, hunger, all that. So trying to really keep track of what's going on and to see how it changes over time. I mentioned in the last live that the half-life of Cytomel is 2.5 days. So I'm already past the point where half of it's now out of my system. Hopefully my thyroid is starting to kick in to start producing its own thyroid stimulating hormone to get my metabolism to work on its own without taking exogenous medication. So the funny thing is, Wednesday morning, I think I was 185 pounds, and I think I was still kind of coming down from the cheat meal and working through that. I did stop drinking protein powder and change that to whole food. So I know that my body is taking in and consuming more whole food. So I'm going to tend to be heavier, and processing whole food versus a protein shake, it's going to take a lot longer for it to get through my body. So I think the combination of switching over from taking a drink-based nutrition to whole food nutrition, my body kind of was like, whoa, what are you doing? You know, you're taking in 25 grams of protein or 35 grams of protein in solid food versus liquid food. It makes a big difference. So I was 185, I believe, Wednesday morning. Yesterday morning, again, so that was the first day that I stopped taking the medication. Yesterday morning, I was 183.8, and today I was 183.8 as well. I was very surprised because not only did I take in more calories total, I also took in less protein, more carbohydrates, and more fats. Again, all clean foods. I woke up this morning, I was already hungry. So, you know, all my hunger cues, everything's starting to change, and I'm just trying to ride it out. I also mentioned before that sleep issues is a part of metabolic health, and I really need to get on top of that and trying to go to bed a little bit earlier, getting up a little bit earlier, just so I can be more in sync with my circadian rhythms. The days are starting to get longer. The sun's up when I'm waking up. So I really need to start using these cues to, you know, for my body to follow. So that means getting to bed at a decent time so that I can wake up a little bit earlier. And that will be an interesting thing to experience and comment on to see how it affects my metabolic health. What else? Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. Lifting today went well, and I kind of had crashed a little bit towards the end, so I didn't get a chance to do cardio. I've decided to drop down to 4 days of training. My body's been taking a pretty big hit. I'm very strong, which has been awesome, but that means I push harder and harder and harder, and I think my body's kind of needing more rest. And I found that it would be better for me to drop down to 4 days. My upper body is so well developed that I don't feel like I need to train upper body 3 days a week. So what I'm going to do is 2 upper body days and 2 lower body days. And we'll see how recovery goes. But I think since tomorrow will be an off day, it'll be a great day to do some cardio. We have a nice little gym here at our apartment complex. So I'll just go in and get my 30 minutes of cardio done tomorrow. And it'll be a good way. I have most of my check-ins coming tomorrow. So it'll be a good way to break up the monotony of the day since I'm working from home. Get up and move my body, so that, again, that'll really help with moving food through my system. Just like you always want to kind of go on a walk after you eat, there's a purpose there. It's allowing your muscles to soak up the glucose and glycogen from your meals, to utilize it, to get it moving out of your bloodstream into your muscle cells. And it's also good for moving food through your system. It's going to help digest and utilize the nutrition that you just took in. And yeah, that's where I am at. I feel pretty good. I also decided to come off all of my supplements. I was taking a multi-mineral, I was taking fish oil, and also magnesium, all which are very, very vital to health, and I believe wholeheartedly in those supplements. But I really want to get bare bones with this and strip myself down as low as I can to not taking anything. Like I said, I'm still on testosterone therapy. I will not give that up. I'm not ready for that particular crash. And I hope at some point in time I can get off of it, that I can possibly control a lot of these things through proper nutrition, sleep habits, sleep habit. I just said that, sleeping, and other kind of biohacking type things that will help me to stay off as much as I can. But again, if you need it, you need it. I fully advocate for any type of hormone replacement therapy. I think it's a huge help to so many men and women. There should be no shame in asking for it. We all want to have optimal health and feel like we're still in our 20s and 30s, and it's possible. You just have to make that call, and you just have to be adamant with your doctor, or find the right hormone clinic near you to get the blood work and the help that you need. So yeah. So things are going well. I can't complain quite yet. I know that coming off magnesium will have its implications with digestion and sleep. Magnesium is great for not only sleep, but mood, digestion, absorption of other minerals, brain health. So I will stay on top of that as well. If I feel like, my bowel movements are way off, or I'm not staying regular, or I'm starting to notice some, differences in mood and whatnot, then I'll probably get back on. But for me, it's always been one of those things where once I get off something is when I truly know it works. And that's where I'm at now. Fish oil has been great for my eye health. It's also great for, reducing risk of heart disease, blood pressure. Again, they're great supplements, but I need to see where I'm at right now. And so I can handle coming off of all of these things for 4 to 6 weeks, so I can get a full picture of where I'm at. So I'll have the endocrinologist do my TSH and test for Hashimoto's. And then my PCP, I'll have her run a bunch of other stuff, so I can get a great baseline before I go into the next phase. All right, this is getting longer than I had anticipated. I just got back from a whirlwind of trying to go to Raising Cane's. I don't know if anyone knows the chain, but it just came to Rhode Island, and it's like the whole freaking Chick-fil-A phenomenon. We went to a town called Johnston, which is, I don't know, almost 30 minutes away from here. So I picked Raven up for work, and the line was wrapped around the whole entire building, plus the whole parking lot of the strip mall. And I said, no, this is not happening. And Raven ended up going to a wing place in Providence, so she's probably upstairs chowing down, and hopefully it tastes good. I don't advocate her eating this bullshit anyways, but it's something new, and I like when she tries new things, so I wasn't too uppity about it. Unfortunately, she's working and making her own money, and is ordering DoorDash and eating all the crap. And I tried to talk to her as much as I can, but I don't know, y'all. If we can get some more TikTok videos. Maybe I'll start TikTok, right? I'll start TikTok, and maybe she'll listen to me then. She'll probably think I'm crazy and run away, but she's just not making the right connections between food and health and skin and digestion and mood. So that's a whole nother animal to tackle for another day, but I'm sure you'll hear me bitch about that a couple times as I know many of you are going through the same thing. But anywho, this is going way longer than I anticipated. Again, thank you so much for your support. This is where I'm at. Today is day 4, and everything is going well. I will keep you guys posted. My diet has not changed. Everything is status quo. And I'll just keep grinding, and hope my body likes this change. But I'll be back on soon. All right. Have a good night, guys.